Welcome, everybody, here to the Pressure Cooker. I'm Anthony Irwin, watching the Lakers wrap up what is going to be their fourth loss of the season. They are down 101 to 87 in Denver to the Nuggets. AD has been a non factor here in the second half offensively. He's been holding his back quite a bit, barely getting off of the ground. He just looks exhausted. So, whether it's his back or just general exhaustion, that's a little concerning. Beverly's holding the ball up here. Look in the corner. You'll never believe it, but the Lakers just missed a three-pointer. And that's really been the story here. I got to find the stats, but they probably aren't pretty. The Lakers are 7 of 28 from the field or from three-point range tonight. That actually is an improvement over their season average. This thing's over. Pardon the yawn. Absolutely thrilled to be here. Oh, they're actually implementing the take call here. That's good to see. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this so far. So far, comment of the day goes to said 4387. There you go. There's AD over the rim. And we're joined by Sabrina.
What's up, Anthony?
Sabrina, well, I honestly surprised. I would have figured, you have your show here coming up
hmm
in a second with Raj. That is going to be post game spaces on Silver Screen and Roll's Twitter account. That I just remembered I have to run.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that Raj just texted me. He said I have no positives for tonight.
It's so sad too because he's usually like, "All right, we're
Oh
gonna try to
man.
stick to the positives here." And as Lonnie Walker hands the ball to Jeff Green, 103 to 90 is the score right now. 3:35 to go in this one. This one's basically over. It's in the
Oh
refrigerator.
dear
But
God.
Sabrina, I'm curious. Had the Lakers won this one, the takes would have been pretty obvious and pretty loud, right?
Of course, yeah.
About Russell Westbrook. As it stands, yeah, I'm going to be honest. The give up leap was lacking, I thought, in this one.
hmm Yeah, I still
And
think that there's a role for Russ off the bench. I just don't like
yeah,
his minutes with LeBron.
the give up leap is something that Russ actually helps with. I thought it's been a pretty bad LeBron game in my opinion, and I think that's I got I'm gonna I think we're reaching the point that we were at post trade deadline with LeBron, where he's kind of looking around. He's like, Matt
So
Ryan's
this is
coming
it.
back in, huh? And I think that was kind of the effort level that we saw from him in this one. Are you noticing the same kind of thing?
I mean, I will say LeBron tried to take it to the basket quite a bit, but just the lack of spacing means that it just looks terrible every time he tries to do that.
Yeah,
Like usually the give a bleep level with LeBron is like if he is just settling for jumpers, like that's when he's really checked out. But if he actually tries to make an effort to go to the basket, I usually think that means he's at least trying.
yeah,
Uh, but I don't know. It's so weird because like the Lakers had stretches where, oh, there's like the outline of a competent team there. Like, you set a couple screens and like all of a sudden AD's rolling to the basket and like, yeah, that's a thing that can happen. And then
Yeah.
like you realize you have to bring in Matt Ryan for shooting and he's just giving away 3-and-1s on the other end of the court. So it's like, is it really worth it?
Yeah, it's really tough to watch here because, everything that the Lakers, like, they're forced into decisions, right? Like there's almost nothing that the Lakers are doing right now that sets the tone that the other team has to react to. Everything that the Lakers are doing right now is reactionary. And that is impossible to be sustainable because your identity at that point is holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Like it's literally just plugging holes in the boat. Like is what their identity has become. And that's part of the reason, one of many reasons I actually like the Indiana trade is because it gets back to an identity. It's we're way bigger than you up front. And we're going to, with Lonnie, he's a bigger guard. So there could be like some more bigger, stronger, faster. And that was the identity that the Lakers won through in 2020. And like this right now is just, it's cool that Matt Ryan's a cool story and stuff like that, but cool stories don't win championships. Like
right now the Lakers are smaller and they don't play as hard and they're less talented.
Yeah, right. Look at that. And as we say that, as we sent it into the refrigerator before the timeout, Darvin Ham has now sat LeBron and AD, so this thing is officially over.
What's interesting is I thought in the offseason when they signed Bryant and Jones that they were heading towards a, bigger, stronger identity again. Like we're going to actually play centers sign centers who can play, which, I mean, God, what a terrifically bad outing this has been for Damian Jones.
How dare you?
I mean, this is not the guy that I thought we were getting. Like, obviously,
he's been bad.
You and I were, unnecessarily high on Damian Jones, considering the kind of player that he's been. But like, there's a guy with his level of like, I mean this as nicely as possible. A guy with his level of skill needs to play harder.
Yeah,
and that's
it's like Tyler Ennis.
It's just not a thing that he does, right?
What offended me about Tyler Ennis was like, you were bad, and you didn't like dive for loose balls or take charges.
That's the thing you see with Damian Jones. He's like lounging up the court, doesn't really make an effort to box guys out. He just he has the confidence of a guy who's been in the league for like 13 years and has like already made his paychecks. It's like, no, you're not that guy.
Damian, you're going to be out of the league, dude. Try. He's out there now in drop coverage, which he's a fan of.
Sure.
And, here he goes. Rim running. There he goes.
Rim running. Oh man,
they made a three. All right, 108 to 97.
To identify positives here, right? Like in the first 3 games, there were things that you could latch onto. Like, okay, Lonnie Walker looked really nice against the Clippers, or hey, what were good things happening in the Warriors game? I can't really remember, but like defensively, they looked really stout against Portland for like the first 42 minutes or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like really concrete things you could say. If that just extended for like 5% more, you could see this team winning. And then I'm watching today's game and it's just Denver kind of just mailed this one in. Like, is this a good win for the Nuggets? Should they be happy about this?
Yeah, it's been wild to watch. So, I mean, this is going to surprise you, Sabrina, but
sure.
I've been kind of throwing wet blankets in the back of my head on like the positives that we're finding, like especially defensively. It's been a lot of missed 3-pointers from a lot of these teams, and maybe some of that is like Darvin Ham comes from Milwaukee, and what they do is they give you 3-pointers, but they try to make them just a little bit more uncomfortable, and maybe that's the factor that they're going for there. But for the most part, like it's been a lot of. Like, it makes me nervous when a team that isn't very good is sitting there saying, wow, we're surprised that we're in this at half. This could be way worse. It's like, well, just wait because the law of averages indicate that eventually it is going to get that kind of worse. And against Golden State, it got that kind of worse. And against Portland, it got that kind of worse when these teams just start making threes. And the Lakers are unable to. So 7 seconds left. Here goes Kendrick Nunn. Turnover. That's perfect. 110-99 is the final.
I can't get over how bad that guy's been.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He looked great in the preseason. But all right, we are going to.
He looked great at the start of the preseason.
Touché.
By the time I came back from my trip, he looked terrible.
All right, I'm going to let you go, Sabrina. I'm going to end this thing here. If you want more Lakers coverage, Sabrina and Raj are going to be gone on, and I apparently. We are all going to be on Spaces here in a second on Silver Screen and Roll's Twitter account, and Sabrina's and Raj's. That audio, if you miss any of it, is going to go onto the pod feed. And then I'm going to have a lowdown later tonight to recap the game as well. So, until all of that, I am Anthony Irwin. That was Sabrina Merchant. This has been The Pressure Cooker. And I'm sure we'll see you guys in a couple days because these damn channels can't help themselves with this stupid team.
The Lakers keep getting, no one is counter-programming against the Lakers. The NBA has decided that everybody just gets to watch and experience, a delicious amount of schadenfreude, watching this individually with no other games happening.
I'm gonna start counter-programming. I'm just going to have Avery shooting baskets off to the side, and that's going to be the content for The Pressure Cooker.
Can't be worse.
We'll see you guys in 24 hours or whatever.